No, it is a new tutorial.
Easy now, Walker. You are all right. This is Starhaven, home to peaceful adepts. There is a letter and the key to the door on the dresser.
A bunch of stuff. Let's see here. It's gonna bug me that that's not on 0. Awesome. I gotta set this up before I start playing this. I don't know if there's a way for it to auto go through all your characters with the same settings. That'd be a nice add-on if there was. I know what my add-ons do. Alright. Okay. Huh. I'm Abner Thorn, battle mage of the former advisor to the Emperor. Now I'm calling for the allies to join me in the Khajiit homeland to assist the Khajiit defense force to stop a rage of dragons. Several danger switch to the northern Elsweyr. The province of the Khajiit refers to as, I don't know how to say that word. Okay, I've read
For
that already.
surviving a dragon attack, you look well. The healers did an admirable job, yes?
And I can't take any of this stuff, huh? Nope.
Oh, good. You're awake. Come, let us speak.
So I'll go ahead and use this.
Zamorak is pleased to see you are awake. You have slept for many days, and this one feared the worst. Still, it is not every day that one walks away from a dragon attack.
I was attacked by a dragon?
We both were. The caravan that brought us to northern Elsweyr was attacked by the great beast. Luckily, the adepts of Starhaven witnessed the event and came to our aid. They brought us here and worked diligently to heal us.
Who are you?
A humble adept, nothing more. This one was exiled from his home long ago, but felt the time had come for him to return.
Why are you exiled?
That is not a tale that Zamorak wishes to tell. Not right now. Besides, the Grand Adept wants to talk with you. Best not to keep him waiting.
See ya. Take as much stuff as I can. Although I don't have a craft bag, which sucks. Good for now.
Greetings. This one is Majadro. Greetings. This one is Majadro, Grand Adept of Starhaven. He is glad to see you in good health, traveler. It is not every day that one survives a dragon attack. Bright moons must have blessed your path.
There was a letter from Abner Tharn. Do you know anything about it?
You were carrying the letter when we found you. It looked important, so we left it where you could find it. But how do you feel, traveler? Did the dragon cause any permanent damage?
I don't think so.
Let us test your strength then, yes? Though this one is now Grand Adept, he once trained the warriors of Starhaven. Sadly, it has been many years since Majadro last sparred with a pupil.
You want to spar with me?
Not here, of course. This is no tavern brawl. Collect a training sword and meet this one outside in the gardens. Let us prove ourselves where Joan and Joe
It's
can
kind
see
of cold in
us.
here. See ya.
Take out one of our training swords and meet this one in the gardens.
Your headset's
What is it?
still up.
Yeah, no. Oh, I like that sword actually. There you go, these notifications.
The skies warn of a changing season. Can you see it? This one fears the dragon that attacked you was only the beginning, traveler. Dark moons loom on Elsweyr's horizon. Of that, Majadro has little doubt. But enough talk. We came here to spar, did we not?
Is sparring really the best way to determine if I'm fully recovered?
Majadro can think of no better. Like the two divine moons that dance in harmony, let the balance of your blade reflect the balance of your soul. Are you prepared to start?
I'm ready.
Let us begin. Strike, Majadro! Quickly now! Very good! A healthy blow! Sleek work! You strike well, but can you guard?
Of course I can.
Now! Quick! Strike while this one is... Very good, traveler! Once more! Swing with all your might! A brutal hit! Again! And once more! Such masterful strikes! But what if you are in distress? Now break free of this one's trap! Here comes another trap! Prepare for another trap! Now, bash Majadro before he's... Again! Press your advantage with a heavy attack!
Feel anyway.
Again! Stop this one's attack! Interrupt this one before he strikes! If your enemy charges their assault, strike! Interrupt their attack and punish their hesitation! How good it feels to spar with a student again! Come now, let us continue to the Adeptorium.
Let's see. We got Flaming Skull.
Wait, did you hear that? Hey, driver, look out! You must help the other adepts. Take the passage through the catacombs. This one must go one Zamorak.
Alright. A little bit of sword and shield in here. For now. There we go. Nice bow. I'm gonna search all the barrels and stuff right now, but I will search these urns. And backpacks. Let's do this. Sure.
Stop this! Star Raven's hand
Another corpse for our army! How grand!
Thank John and George you arrived.
Yes!
Plus your enemy's life force dealing 2,205 magic damage. Heal for 2,613 for the first enemy hit. Additional 871 for each additional. Okay, up to 5 times. Alright.
Well, it looks like you've certainly recovered from your wounds. And just in time to put at Yoraxian Jekyll's seat in his place. Zisro, is this one grateful we found you in that wreckage?
Do you know why the Deptorium is under attack?
The soldiers said they were searching for something, but they barely gave us any chance to respond before they started attacking. It is best to leave. There is no reasoning with these maniacs.
They have a dragon as well. That makes escaping difficult.
Yes, this one heard its terrible voice, like something out of a Moonsinger's stories. Ishadi had hoped to make her way to the Dragonhorn Tower, but she fears that fierce warriors now block her path. Not to mention the dragon circling overhead.
What's in the Dragonhorn Tower?
Atop the tower sits the Dragonhorn, said to ground dragons with one mighty call. Though Ishadi is not sure if the legends are true, it is our best hope against such a brutal foe. All we need is someone to blow the horn. It seems folly not to try.
I'll find this Dragonhorn and see if I can't defeat the dragon.
Then you must exit the catacombs and follow the path north. There, you will see the tower. This one cannot promise the plan will work, of course. The Dragonhorn is very ancient, very brittle. But we must try, yes? Moons be with us.
What will you do now?
We will wait until you have blown the Dragonhorn. If the dragon is subdued, that will be our best chance to escape. If not, well, we will try to be swift.
The Grand Adept and Zamarak should be heading out as well. I think I said his name right. Zamarak, maybe?
That is good to hear. Ishadi feared the worst. If you see them again, try to stay by the Grand Adept's side. He may seem steady as a rock, but age has caused his edges to crumble.
Tell me more about this Dragonhorn Tower.
Many moons ago, Akaviri warriors known as the Dragon Guard protected this land. It was they who built the Dragonhorn Tower, a gift to safeguard Starhaven against the dragons that once plagued Elsweyr.
So the Dragon Guard helped Elsweyr fight against the dragons?
So the legends say. What a shame the Dragon Guard no longer walk the sands of Elsweyr. We could use such warriors during these troubling times. We will wait until you have...
Alright. Enough talking. Follow the road. Of course it broke. Oh wait, I have a horse. I forgot. Oh, I got a new horse. Okay.
The dragon may be subdued, but not for long. This one fears for those inside the Adaptoria.
Then Zamorak and the Traveler will go. You should take this chance to escape.
Majadro will not run while his disciples are in danger.
As you wish. Let us be quick then.
Let's go.
Return to my side.
The beast departs. Quick, let us leave.
Let us leave this place before the beast returns.
Why did the dragon flee?
It was called away. This one heard its name on the wind. Balogdan.
Called away. Do the dragons work together?
Perhaps. At the very least, this dragon seems to have allied himself with the Euraxians.
Then the rebellion has begun.
Yes, this one is afraid it has. Come, traveler. Let us speak. Thank you for saving Majadro's disciples. You have a courageous spirit. It will do you well should you decide to stay in Elsweyr. And this one does hope you decide to stay. The Khajiit need heroes like you during these dark times.
Elsweyr certainly seems to have its share of troubles.
And only more to come, this one fears. Before you leave, you should speak to Zamorak. It seems that he's also decided to leave us. Perhaps he can help guide you to your next location.
Grand Admiral
Walker.
Majadro.
One more thing.
What will we do now?
Starhaven is no longer safe. Who knows when it'll be attacked again?
To give in to despair, this is easy. Let us instead find strength and hope. Joan and Jold will one day shine on Starhaven again. This we must continue to believe.
Starhaven is safe, but the danger is far from over. I fear there is still much to do, Walker.
What do you suggest, Zamorak?
The letter you carried. Zamorak must confess that he read it while you were recovering. This one has heard of Abner Tharn. He is a battle mage and former advisor to the Emperor. He seeks allies to stand against this rage of dragons.
Are you going to help him?
Zamorak wants to help the Khajiit Defense Force, but he has something he needs to check on first. But you, Walker, your aid would be immeasurable. Find Abner Tharn in Riverhold. Offer your assistance against the dragons.
I'll find Abner Tharn in Riverhold. Go ahead and put that on there for now. Where's Tharn at? Dragon.
No good can come of that place.
I'll go ahead and do a side quest or two. Do some along the way.
Greetings, Walker. You are not also going to the abode of ignominy, are you? As its name implies, it is a moonless place full of forgotten secrets.
What seems to be the concern?
This one saw a stranger setting up camp outside the cave nearby. Local legend says that Mafala worshippers used to lurk there, raising dead too, I think. To venture so close to such a place, it does not seem wise.
What this person look like?
A Khajiit woman. Cathay by the look of her. She wore the attire of a sorcerer. But then I could put on a tin crown and claim that I am an emperor. She stays there heedlessly, but lingers with bad intentions. Either way, no good can come of it.
Alright, I'll look into it. Oh, it's just right here.
Did Caldathir send you? Well, don't even try to stop me.
No one sent me. What are you doing?
Oh, well then, greetings. My name is Naramako, and I intend to walk right into this spooky cave and find the works of a brilliant Khajiiti mage. Before you ask, yes, it is full of slavering, undead, and yes, I am petrified to the point of weeping.
What are you looking for specifically?
You mean to help? Well, I guess there's no harm in delegating. According to my research, a powerful wizard named Marzulajo used this place as his laboratory. If you find his notes and any memory stones he might have left behind, I would be indebted.
Fair enough, I'll gather Mazarla Joe's notes and memory stones.
Thank you for looking.
I think I said that name right.
I can't wait to rub this discovery in that sour-tongued Caldathir's face. It's always be careful with this and don't meddle with that. He's just a fat old bully.
What do you want with the Mazarla's notes? Marzula. Yeah, Marzula.
According to my research, Marzulajo had a great fondness for animals.
I wasn't
Just
paying
like
attention to what you said earlier.
He even discovered ways to bring them back to life. At least I think he did. Fuzzy on the details. Anyway, his notes and memory stones should hold the answers.
You want to bring an animal back to life?
Yes! You're not going to scold me like Caldathir, are you? It's just a frog. A single hoppy little frog. What harm could that do? Anyway, he's the one who made me kill the poor thing. And for what? A water-breathing potion? I can't even swim!
So you want to be a necromancer?
What? No! Of course not. It's completely different.
I'm a necromancer. What are you proposing is absolutely necromancy.
You're a... Oh, dear. Well, call it whatever you like. Guild regulations clearly state that manipulating white souls, the lesser souls of beasts, is completely fine. So there.
Okay. first. I'll just deconstruct that. It's just healing.
A land of fertile valleys and grand hills. But enough about Rajin's past romances, yes?
This is a little unorthodox, but I just felt horrible about what happened. Bringing you back to life is an imperfect solution, I know, but I am confident you'll get used to this new beginning.
Forgot one back here.
Zarir, no! Stop it this instant, please! I can fix this. I just need to paint a restraining word to... Stop! What are you doing, Zarir? No, 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 no! No! Don't do that! Don't do... Ah! Ah! Nice. I never intended to. What did I do
Huh?
wrong? This isn't you, sweet boy. This isn't
Oh,
you.
just bread.
And a serving being burnt.
Oh, sugar snout. My sweet boy. I don't... It's not fair. You were so young. So young. I'm going to fix this boy. I'm going to bring you back. I promise.
Alright. This is a nice little delve, though. What's that? I got sunburnt pretty good, and I am peeling.
Bright moons, you're back! Not that I had any doubts, mind you. So, success? Did you find Marzula Joe's notes and memory stones?
Yes, but his work didn't turn out well. He resurrected his pet scene, and things were very poor.
A Singe tiger?
Singe.
That's remarkable. If he managed that, the frog should present no challenge at all. Thank you so much, Walker. When I publish about this, I'll be sure to mention your contribution. I can't wait to see the look on Caldathir's face. I wonder how long after death you can perform these rituals. Do you think they would work on something smaller, like a mosquito? So many questions.
Did you not hear me before? Marzula Joe's spells had terrible consequences.
Oh, let's not overreact. Advanced spellcraft is as much an art as it is a science. Sure, he may have encountered a few bumps along the way, but that's to be expected. I won't.
Alright, let's get back on the road. There's a showing me right here. Oh, very cool. I want to fight this thing. Looks pretty nice looking.
You must truly have an...
My war horn needs to go over. Oh well, I'll fix it later.
Speaker. Ah, here comes someone who can help us now. You must be here about my summons. Good, good. I was just telling Lord Gareshri and Chimera that someone would answer my call. Since you're here, I presume you will wholeheartedly agree to help us save Elsweyr from a rage of dragons?
A rage of dragons?
So much better than flock or herd, don't you think? The Khajiiti Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons, especially since they were fighting to liberate Rimmon when the huge beasts arrived.
Liberate Rimmon.
Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must assist the Defense Force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate.
Alright, tell me more about these power surges. Or surges of power.
I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons.
Do these surges of energy have something to do with the dragons?
Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe so. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with a power of similar intensity. Check the locations I marked on your map before you make your way to the defense camp.
You're responding to Abnur Than's letter, one of the promising adventurers. I hope you can help us. But where are my manners? Welcome to Riverhold and the province of Northern Elsweyr, also known as Anequina. I am the Speaker of the Main.
Speaker of the Main.
A position in which I've served faithfully for many years. I represent our spiritual leader, the Main. In addition, I command the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force during this time of trouble. We're dealing with more than just dragons, unfortunately.
More than dragons.
A few years ago, Abnur Tharn's half-sister, Euraxia, conquered Rimmon and parts of Northern Elsweyr. We recently liberated Riverhold, and we're about to do the same for Rimmon when the dragons appeared. It's almost as if they came to her aid.
What can I do to help?
Do what Abnur Tharn asked. Just as he once served as advisor to emperors, he has agreed to help me formulate strategies and tactics for use against the dragons. It is the least he can do, since he had a hand in setting the horrid beasts loose.
Another outsider comes to Elsweyr, as if we did not have enough problems between Abnur Tharn and the dragons. Ah, do not mind me. Great beasts rampaging through my homeland tends to put me in a foul mood.
Who are you?
I am Chimera. I assist the Speaker of the Main and serve as his agent. With both the usurper queen and the dragons ravaging northern Elsweyr, there is much for me to do. Too much, I fear. But I will persevere.
Tell me more about the dragons.
What can I tell you that you cannot guess? That these fearsome creatures of legend have returned to threaten Elsweyr? That much is obvious. Damn it. This is all Abnur Tharn's fault. Dark Moons, take him.
What do you mean this is all Abnur Tharn's fault?
That arrogant Imperial. For an advisor to emperors and a renowned battle mage, he demonstrates a disturbing lack of caution. It was Abner Tarn who entered the halls of Colossus and released the dragons. He says that was not his intention, but...
You don't believe him?
What do my beliefs matter? Dragons have come to Elsweyr, destroying everything I hold dear. As the Moon Singers say, the path to oblivion is paved in good intentions. So, damn Abner Tarn. Damn him for unleashing this terror upon us.
Guess we'll go investigate the power surge.
I could use a break.
Greetings, Walker. A crowded marketplace. A chance meeting. Unexpected, unannounced. And perhaps just the thing this one needs to solve a most curious investigation. Music Thunderboots, at your service.
I like that name. Greetings, you mentioned an investigation?
An abduction, to be precise. No ransom, no demands, no obvious suspects or motives. Just a heartbroken father and a missing young lady. But that is why Music was hired, yes? He steps in when all other justice fails.
So you've been hired to find someone?
Correct. This one searches for Xynthia, daughter of Ishu. However, Music's inquiries have led to nothing but dead ends. And with the young lady's safety on the line, the sooner this investigation is solved, the better.
I can help you with your investigation.
A chance meeting turned fated partnership. Fortuitous for this one, yes? You should speak to Ishu first. See if he has any new information for us. His house is just south of the marketplace. Can't miss it.
I want to know more about our client Issue.
He is a humble Khajiit of moderate wealth. Seems to keep to himself. No enemies, no debts. No reason why he would be targeted. Yet just a few days ago, his daughter, Xynthia, was taken in the dead of night.
And you've mentioned there's been no ransom?
Most strange, no? If Music did not know better, he would say that it was an intimidation tactic. Perhaps even an act of revenge against Ishu. But who would wish this cruelty against such a kind Khajiit?
And the town guards have been no help?
They outright dismissed Ishu's claim, believing that the young lady has merely run away. A most vexing call, truth be told. From all that Ishu has told this one, Xynthia is a most sweet Khajiit. Not one to make her father worry.
And I don't really care about his career as an investigator, so... Is there a merchant around here? Yeah, there we go.
The Khajiit here.
Now I can upgrade my horse real quick. Gonna do carrying capacities, so I don't have ESO plus right now.
You seek an extract?
So I do this side quest real quick.
Are you here about this one, Xynthia? Has she been found?
I'm working with Mazik to find your daughter. Any details you can share would help.
Yes, of course. Cynthia was taken in the dead of night. This one has received no ransom, yet he fears the worst. She is a very beautiful Jakajit, you see. Ishu believes that the captors may mean to sell her.
Does she have any identifying features?
Cynthia has a long, glossy coat, soft as the richest of silks. Her eyes are bright yellow, like the honeyed moons. And she always wears a gold necklace.
And there's no one you suspect, or perhaps someone who have seen what happened?
No suspects, no, but someone who may have spotted something? There is a wood elf who tends to stay up well into the night, always singing and dancing, that one. If anyone saw something unusual the night Cynthia was taken, it might be her.
I'll try talking to the singing wood elf.
The wood elf's name is Mel? Yes, that's it. Mel the Musical, she always calls herself. You can usually find her toward the north end of town near the Sand Gardens. Ishu will pray for your swift success.
I have a few questions if you don't mind.
To help find this one's darling Cynthia, Ishu will answer any question you ask.
Nah, I don't really care. You told me all I need to know.
Do you know a customer? Salutations. Mel the Musical at your service. Are you here for a performance?
I'm actually investigating the abduction of Ishu's daughter.
Ishu? The Khajiit with all the cats? That old coot is sweet as honey jagger, but a bit off if you ask me. Shame about his daughter, though. No one should have to go through that.
Do you know anything that might help with the investigation?
If you're looking for trouble, Tangieri's your girl. I've seen her with all sorts of indecent folk lately. Always shifty eyes on those ones, I tell you. She tends to spend a lot of time behind the stables lately, if you catch my drift.
I'll head to the stables next, then.
Very good, then. And hey, if you're looking for some entertainment for your next soiree, make sure to seek me out. You won't regret it. She's a gambler.
Okay. I guess this girl's a gambler. Seems our old badger friend is napping again. Maybe we should pay him a visit. The trip could prove sweeter than you think. T.
Saw you heading this way. Find anything of interest? The stables, Developed a sudden interest in horsemanship, Walker?
Found this hidden note. I suspect the gambler Tajiri wrote it.
Looks to be a code. A napping badger, eh? Sounds familiar. Ah, yes. The sleeping badger is a rock formation just south of Riverhold. But this bit about the sweet trip, that music doesn't understand.
Could be worth investigating this rock formation at the very least.
Music will mark it on your map, Walker. Feel free to lead the way. And perhaps this is a good time to mention that this one is not so skilled in violent situations, should trouble find us. But that is where your expertise comes in handy, yes?
Got it. Let's head to the Sleeping Badger rock formation. Let's go. You can run behind the horse. power surge. Can do that while I'm here.
Is all right. Skooma. These vagrants must be smugglers.
Die Soldat!
Oh dear. Music needs to stop doing that. That necklace must belong to Cynthia. Come, let us speak away from this place. A missing daughter, a hidden note, and now a band of skooma smugglers. This investigation becomes messier with every step we take.
What would smugglers want with Issue?
This one is unsure, though it is possible Issue may be hiding something. Still, our priority should be to investigate the gambler who wrote that note. Tajiri was her name, yes? That does ring a bell or two.
Where should we search?
If Tajiri is a gambler, it is likely we can find her at a local tavern. Mizik will head there at once and see what he can dig up. Meet this one at the Banished Regrets Inn.
Alright, I'll meet you there. First I want to do these power surges. So you have to wait.
No, Azazi. Never touch a Daedric monster. Especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous Nage. The dead can't hurt us. But where do you think it came from?
It stinks of Cold Harbor. Perhaps one of the Usurper Queen's lackeys summoned it, yes?
Don't touch the dead thing, they do not tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a Daedric corpse. I wonder what killed him, though. Maybe it ran afoul of a dragon.
Just walking me out here. Alright.
I saw you, traveler. Why do all outsiders insist on acting suspiciously? I watched you go from location to location, just like the man with the pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of land? Or are you simply a deviant who enjoys skulking and slinking through the wilderness?
What man with the pot on his head?
Do not
Cadwell.
be innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache. Else would you be visiting the same places that he did? Unless... Are you an agent of the Usurper Queen?
The Usurper Queen?
Euraxia, the hated Imperial who conquered Rimmon and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head.
Where did the man with the pot on his head go?
You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last I saw, he headed east. I suppose you'll find him in that direction, and south of Riverhold. Just stop skulking around.
Right, I'll just go and find the man with the pot on his head. First one I'll try to do this side quest real quick. There's another side quest in there. I'll go ahead and grab it. Maybe not in here. What the hell? Hello. Yeah, I'll find it later.
You and I need to speak now. I must admit, you and Thunderboots make quite a charming pair. And watching you both play at being investigator, why, it's been sleek entertainment, truly. But now you tread upon sand that are best left undisturbed.
Is that a threat?
Take it as a friendly warning. I hear that you seek Ishu's daughter, yes? I find that very funny. After all, everyone in Riverhold knows that she left town many years ago.
Years? Issue said it's only a few days past.
Then Ishu has become senile in his old age. I speak truthfully. He had one daughter and she is gone. Has been gone for many years. Tell this to your partner and drop your investigation. Now.
I'll tell Mizik what you said. Oh, he's outside. No, above.
Bright moons look over us today, Walker. Tajiri has just settled down for a round of gambling. While Mizik distracts her, you can sneak into her home and search for another clue. It's just a bit north of the tavern.
Before we do that, a stranger spoke to me. She said Issue's daughter left town years ago.
Forgive this one if he's skeptical. Even if this stranger spoke truly, why then would Issue hire Missing? Why would Tajiri have written that note? Why would we find a gold necklace in the smuggler's camp?
I'm not sure. She also wants us to stop investigating.
Then perhaps this stranger simply wishes to confuse us. Throw us off the scent. Besides, we cannot stop now. Not when an innocent young lady may still be at risk. Let us investigate Tajiri before she retires for the night.
Alright, I'll head to Tajiri's home and search for clues. Search this stuff real quick now.
Why, hello, sweet meat. Care to play a game with old Tajiri?
I only found this quest. See, someone else just did the same thing I did.
Pride in your work, I always say.
I'm trying to find it too.
Have you met the new investigator in town?
Ah, that's that door.
We don't have a choice, Izanji.
And what? You expect us to just stroll into an Akaviri crypt? Be reasonable.
Well, welcome to the House of Histories. You'll find no grander collection of curiosities and memorabilia in all of Elsweyr. I would offer you a tour, but we're currently investigating a most unfortunate theft.
What was stolen?
An ancient mural called the Ridana di Renada, otherwise known as the Song of Kingdoms. It chronicles the time when Elsweyr was 16 united kingdoms working in harmony. Unfortunately, it was shattered when the kingdoms entered into conflict.
So the mural is broken?
Yes, into exactly 16 pieces. My brother and I found and restored each and every one. And then, just as we were about to put all the pieces together again, they were stolen. Who would even do such a thing?
I can help you find the missing mural pieces.
Thank you for offering to help. Oddly enough, the thief did leave a note mentioning a grave of snake men. I suspect it refers to the tomb of the serpents, an old Akaviri crypt. Hopefully that is where you will find the missing pieces.
Isn't it odd that the thief left a clue?
Yes, it is. But that clue is all we have at the moment. It actually reminds me of the old Khajiiti legend, Rajin and a Trail of Ink. Since our thief is a fan of the trickster god, wouldn't be too surprised.
That's fun. I ain't doing that one yet. Do this one. So I'm right here at it. Jerry, blue serpent slithers next to the woods. 4-point paints. It shows the goods. They do not glitter but mark the way. They're prepared to leave town today.
Be sure to tell the guards you were trespassing when they...
Okay.
This one hopes you have found something of interest, Walker. Mizik cannot afford to keep Tajiri distracted any longer. And he means that most literally.
I found another note. This one has a poem written on it.
Blue serpents? 4-pointed paint? If Mizik had to guess, this poem describes drop-off locations for illicit goods. Smugglers often hide them in plain sight. First a sleeping badger, now a blue serpent. Must represent another landmark.
Perhaps the nearby river is the Blue Serpent.
That's it. The river is often busy with trade. A perfect place to smuggle goods. Let us search along the river and see if we find any barrels or crates with markings. Hopefully we'll find something that will lead us to Zinthia.
Alright, let's start searching along the river.
Mizik will admit this case is heading in a rather unexpected direction, which is a bit worrisome if he's being honest.
What would smugglers target issue?
It is strange, isn't it? With an operation as intricate as this, it seems odd that these smugglers would target a Khajiit of such limited wealth.
Perhaps we should speak to issue again?
This one agrees, but let us first check these smuggler caches. The note said that the goods were leaving town today, yes? That could include Zinthia. Mizik sees a painted mark ahead. Somerset wine, eh? Not illegal, but incredibly taxed. Mizik has a feeling this bottle didn't find its way to Riverhold through virtuous means. Apologies. This one is fine. That painted mark seems curious, no? Oh, if that cheese isn't illegal, it should be. What a smell.
Did you make coffee? It was awesome.
Apologies. This one is fine. Could that be the painted mark we seek? A very pretty scarf for smugglers to wear, yes? Perhaps it belongs to Zinthia.
Maybe.
A bit. Mizik needs to stop doing that. That mark has 4 points, like the note says. This barrel smells sweet, but also rotten. What could it be? Dark moons. They're smuggling spoiled moon sugar. Very unsafe for anyone to eat. Speak to Ishu and see what he knows of these smugglers. Then let us leave back the tavern. We have much to discuss.
Yes, any news of this one, Cynthia?
We found this necklace and scarf near the smugglers' camp.
Smuggler camps? Dark moons? Yes, the necklace and scarf belong to Cynthia. Have the smugglers sold her? By Joan and Joe, please say it isn't so.
Is there any reason why these smugglers may have targeted your family?
No, of course not. Ishu has only lived a good, honest life. Please, you must find this one's Jakajit. She is so young and innocent and probably terrified without her papa. Whatever will Ishu do if his Cynthia is harmed?
Mizik and I will find Cynthia. We're getting close.
The bright moons watch over you.
You have an awful lot of cats.
Oh, really? Well, Ishu supposes his family has grown over the years. But how could this one not seek their companionship? Their little faces, their tiny paws. His darlings love him completely, demanding little but affection and food. And belly rubs.
Does Cynthia like all these cats too?
But of course, mostly. She and Medwick don't always get along, but Medwick is older and doesn't always like to play or be teased. And just between us, Tak-Tak can be a bit of a Jekozit sometimes. I think she's jealous.
I'll take your stew. Oh, it's magic. Bunch of junk. Alright, he's upstairs.
I want, and so the other thorn in my paw arrives. I told you, did I not? First time was a warning. Now it is a threat. You both leave town. No more investigations. No more sticking your snouts where they don't belong. Collect your things and leave.
Not before we find Issue's daughter.
That again? I told you, Issue's daughter left Riverhold years ago. He's just a delusional old Khajiit caught up in a fantasy. And for this you tried to ruin my little operation? Of all the things.
So you're the leader of the smugglers?
Who I am does not matter. What I can do to you, on the other hand, should be of immediate concern. You either leave Riverhold on your own, or you leave in pieces. Your choice.
Understood.
So it appears that your strange friend is Rideza the Rogue. Good to know.
Rideza the Rogue.
Let us just say that her reputation precedes her. Well, threats to our life aside, it seems that we finally have a perpetrator. Now we just need to follow her.
How do you plan to do that?
We are investigators, are we not? You must search for a trail. With any luck, she'll lead you straight to Ishu's daughter. Meanwhile, Mizik will alert the proper authorities.
Alright. I'll see if I can find out where she's disappeared to. Can I take any of this stuff? Oh yeah. You don't weigh all sorts of free crap in here. Yeah, that's what it's turning out to be is crap.
Those were fresh sugar claws! I didn't even see who ran into me.
There! Rideza must have stepped on the jelly from the sugar claws. You must follow her trail while this one alerts the guards.
Oh, I had to kill the bodyguards. Damn. Something.
meddling!
Ready of the roll. Caught at last.
Did you find my daughter? Where is she?
Here! Your daughter is right here, you old fool!
Rideza! You're the one who stole Cynthia? Oh, this one's poor Jakashit.
Ha! Feeling a little jealous. Who go so far as to steal your father's pet.
What?
Well, it seems that our investigation has come to a successful close. Though not quite in a way that Mizik was expecting.
So, Rediza was Ishu's daughter, and she stole his cat.
In hindsight, it makes sense. When you were told that Ishu's daughter left town years ago, Rideza must have been speaking of herself. Still, to have been chasing Ishu's pet this whole time.
We also stopped a smuggling operation.
This is true. Because of our dedication, Riverhold no longer has to deal with these vile smugglers. And let us hope it stays that way, yes? Mizik just needs to collect our reward. Why don't we meet at the Banished Regrets?
Alright, I'll meet you at the end.
Drinks are on Mizik. Just as soon as he is paid, of course.
That ringed up. Oh, let me sell it. Any other urns in here or anything?
Ishu is so pleased that you were able to find Cynthia. Finally, this one's family can be reunited.
Why didn't you tell me that Cynthia was a cat?
What do you mean? Ishu gave you every detail about his precious Cynthia that he could think of. Was there something that made you think his daughter was a Khajiit? Well, no matter. Cynthia is safe and Mizik will have his payment.
Let me guess. Oh, I can. Nice. I didn't sure that was the exit option.
Family reunited, a smuggling ring destroyed, and the gratitude of all of Riverhold. Not a bad start to a partnership, yes? Mizik was even able to secure a hefty bonus, thanks to the generosity of Captain Kahiri.
A bonus you're willing to share.
Of course, of course. Your share as promised. After all, Mizik would never have been able to solve this investigation without your aid. Pleasure working with you, Walker. Do not be a stranger, yes? A safe town, a happy client, and an investigation expertly solved. And a five-claw partnership, if Mizik does say so himself. What more could this one ask for?
Do you live in Riverhold?
After such a successful investigation, Mizik is hopeful that more clients will come forth. We live in turbulent times, Walker. Dragons, tyrants, necromancy. There is no end to Elsweyr's suffering as of late, and yet so much is overlooked.
What do you mean?
Those in power have priorities, and the petty problems of the common folk, they tend to be on the very bottom of this list. That is why we must look after each other. If Mizik does not offer his help, who will?
Still, that's your job, isn't it?
Of course. But first and foremost, it is Mizik's passion. That is why this one takes the name Thunderboots. If he cannot work in the name of justice, then he will not work at all. this. He swears. Music's investigations take him many... honestly? Just the one. A bird's flute.
Yeah, okay. I ain't gonna spend that one yet. Measure resist, spell resist loss. So when we tank on, pick that one again. Change it with that one. That'll be it for me tonight.
Uncanny. It looks just like the lovely place I dreamed of. Must be why my portals led me here. Eventually. Hello. Have you come to pay your respects to this poor fellow, too? It was the strangest thing. I was looking at this very gravestone in a dream. So here I came, and there it is, all solid and everything.
Is that gravestone important?
Important? I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream after all. Or was it a vision? I get those two confused. Anyway, I felt a sort of pull and stepped through it all, and then pish-posh, honors of Bantam, and here I am.
Abner Thorne sent me to check on surges of power he detected.
Tharn, you say, the grumpy battle mage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries before we honed in on this exact location. Now, why don't you take a look at the gravestone and see what you make of it? Hmm?
What happened at the other sites you visited before you found this gravestone?
Well, it took a few tries to find the exact spot I saw in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lasses occupied the first location I visited, demanded my surrender, if you can imagine such a thing. Naturally, I gave them the old heave-ho.
Also let Madame Guar rummage around in a foul-smelling sack at one site.
Foul-smelling? I'll have you know that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by Bantam Guar you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, he's always getting into my foodstuffs. Has the appetite of a mammoth and the cunning of a fox, that one.
And did you also dispatch the orgram I found at one of the sites?
Dispatch? Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Groot was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Poor thing fell in and took a nasty spill. When the neck bone snaps, it makes an awful sound.
realized the head of the betrayer, whose name has been stricken from history. May the pieces of his dismembered body remain hidden until Joan and Jode fall from the sky.
Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, the gravestone mentions the betrayer. Sounds like a dastardly chap. I wonder if I ever met him.
Why do you think you dreamed about this gravestone?
I don't have the slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Whom did he betray? Why did they bury only his head? And where did they put the rest of the poor fellow? I don't have a clue.
Abner Thorne said that if I found you, I should ask if you'll help us with Elsweyr's dragon problem.
Dragons? I haven't battled a dragon since... You know, I can't remember, but I'm certain I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course I'll help. I'll just need to do a little more digging into this dream thing first.
And we'll see you soon.
Did you hear that, my trusty shovel? Dragons and mysterious graves. It's just like old times.
Alright, I think that's gonna be it for now. Have a good one.